Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the fourth episode of Viking Gear Review. I'm a woodcarver and reenactor, and that's the series where I tell you about a few things I've made recently or was able to get and want to show to you. And finally today I'm making a video about the thing which I get the most amount of questions about, I think. That's the Nidinodi. And the reason for it is I think it's a really unusual look. It looks like some sort of fantasy battle double-edged scythe or a Star Wars battleship. But it really isn't, it's just a tool for hand weaving. Weaving is a craft which is not that popular in mainstream culture, especially if you talk about Vikings. Vikings are famous because of their battleships, weaponry, armor and all that stuff. But not many people think about crafts which made all these things possible, like getting the wood ready for wood carving, or looking for ores, all sorts of ores, or trade. And weaving, or hand weaving of course, is one of such crafts, because you need fabric to sew clothes, all kinds of clothes, for winter, for summer. You need to sew sails for these long ships, and more other things. So weaving was and is one of the most important crafts or industries. So let's get to the Nidinodi itself. This one is a replica of the Nidinodi from Oseberg burial mound. The original one was made of beechwood, and this one is made of beechwood too. It consists of three parts, two arches and the central part. The central part is decorated with beautiful wood carving and has a handle. Around this handle there are two beads. I'm not sure if you could disassemble the original one, but I make the Nidinodis collapsible. I'll try to show you, but maybe it will be out of the camera's field of view. 1, 2 and 3. So we have three parts. These three parts are connected with mortises and tenons. So you have tenon on the central part and mortise on the arches. You just connect them and they are in place. I'm making the joint quite tight, so you don't need the glue to be able to work with this Nidinodi. But we don't know if there was any glue on the original one, or I just haven't seen such articles. The joint is made quite accurately for a handmade item, but I think that's enough. So let's connect it back in place. Up. So done. They're connected quite well, so I can move it around and shake it, make all sorts of movements, and they are not moving anywhere. So just friction is enough to make this joint stable. And without a glue, this Nidinodi is collapsible, so you can store or transport it easily. I'm trying to make joints quite accurately, so it doesn't matter which side of the central part you are connecting into the arch. I mean these sides. This side or this side. I'll try to show you, but maybe it will be a bit difficult. So one side and another side. the tenons on the central part are a bit different. This one is wider as this one, so you have to be careful which arch you're connecting to which tenon. But it's quite hard to make a mistake because this one is wider. But the sides which you are connecting arches to, I mean these sides, this or this, it doesn't matter. So the same for the second arch, you can connect it both ways. Hop. And the joint is still quite accurate. We don't know if the original one had this feature, but I'm making it this way, so that it would be more comfortable to use. So we have finished the main overview of the Nidinodi, and now let me try and demonstrate you the thing which maybe I shouldn't really demonstrate you. And this is the process of hand weaving. Not all the steps of this hand weaving, but only the parts where Nidinodi is needed. Maybe I shouldn't demonstrate it because I've just tried it a few times before this video, but that's the internet, right? So if some of the professional hand weavers are watching, excuse me for this small demonstration, but it will give others the main idea of how the Nidinodi was used. And to make this demonstration a bit better, in the end of the video I will show you the pictures of how it should be properly done. So let's start. Here we have a spindle, not really historically accurate one, just one I had somewhere. And this piece of rope will imitate the thread that we have just weaved. So let's try to use our Nidinodi. Maybe some parts will be out of your field of view, but that's how it is for now. So let's take this piece of rope, and the spindle with the thread will go to the floor. So let's take the Nidinodi and try to make a skein out of our rope, or the imitation of the thread. So the Nidinodi is used to make a skein. The skein that you could the skein that you can use, the skein that you can store or dye after you've done everything, and then use it for weaving fabrics, and the skeins you can use to make fabrics for your sails or just clothes. As I've already said, I'm not a professional hand weaver and I've never tried it for real. I'm making this small demonstration just to give the main understanding of how the Nidinodi should work. To find a proper demonstration, you should look through YouTube. There are really good videos about how it should be done. So we have something like the Nidinodi at work simulation. So let's try to remove our skein and see what we have done to such a beautiful piece of gear. So that's something. Now we can store it or dye. People in the internet do something like this and throw it somewhere away, because I am quite sure I've made a ton of mistakes there. And that's how it should really look like. So excuse me for such an ignorant demonstration, but if you knew absolutely nothing about Nidinodis and hand weaving, now you have the main understanding of the process. And if you would like to know how it's done properly, please search it on YouTube, there are really good videos about it. And I'm just a woodcarver, and this Niddy Noddy is a result of my work. So that's all for today. Big thanks for everyone who have been watching. Please check the links in the description if you would like to see more of my wood carving. Press likes, dislikes and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.